sheet of 12 by 12, which looks like this. And while I've got my stamps on my desk, I'm going to come and do some journaling in my Bible. Now, in order to do that, I need to prep the space first, and for that I use a liquid gesso and a sponge brush. Now, the advice I would give is to make sure that you put a piece of paper underneath your work surface first, so you don't catch the other pages that you are journaling. So I'm just going to skip the ads on my other screen. Hi Vicky. And I'm going to put a bit of the gesso along the edge of my brush. Whoops. And just confidently brush it onto your page. Now I try and go, she said, in one direction. I've got to increase the page. But never mind. Just, if you feel that it needs more, you can always apply a bit more. Don't want it too sodden because I'm going to have to dry it off. And then what I like to do also is to then cover the verse that I'm working on as well. So I've gone for I am the resurrection and the life here, and I'll read that out a bit later. So I'm going to just brush that to the side. Now, gesso doesn't take too long to dry, but you can speed it up using a heat tool, so which I'll do in this case. Just take a look at different angles to make sure that the gesso has covered the surface. So if it doesn't completely cover the surface, you will find that the ink or the watercolour, whatever medium you're using, will seep through to the other side. I'm not seeing your comments on my other device, that's better. Right, I'm just going to take a sip of tea. And a sneaky, oh, this has been sat looking at me, I'm going to eat my hot cross bun. Right, let's get this up so I can see the picture clearly. I'm going to draw you in a bit. So I'm just going to heat tool this to make it dry a bit quicker. The Stampin' Up heat tool, you can have it on the lower setting, but we will be here for a little while, so I'm just going to whack up the heat. Excuse me. I've been doing all this talking, so you might want to just turn your volumes down, okay? So it will crinkle your paper a little bit, especially if you're heating it like I am. The crinkles tend to come out when the Bible's shut because of the how heavy it is, and it will crinkle a bit because of the lightness of the paper. See, that is practically dry already. So welcome, nice to see you all. Shaz has just found a Bible art journal to buy. She'll have a look later. Yeah, do take your time in considering what you're after, because you know some people like to have lines in it where they can do writing. Some people like to have a whole blank page that they can cover. So just, you know, consider that. Good morning, Australia. Welcome, Susan. Nice to see you. So, like I said, I've already just gone ahead and stamped something. So I'm just going to kind of recreate what I've stamped. I'm not going to use this one because it's too long. I'm just going to use the smaller leaves. Now, because of the... I'm sorry, I'm just going to grab out my piercing mat, and this makes it nice and flat. So I've decided that using the piercing mat underneath still helps give me a nice flat surface. So I do try and do that if I remember. So we're going to kind of work out a bit of a cross shape. And it is a very different kind of surface when you're doing it directly in the Bible. It's a very narrow strip that you're working on, so it's not the same as a big piece of paper like you'd probably normally use. So got to be a little bit more delicate. technically it should be quicker. It just depends on what you're doing. So do you like to tend to do a reflection for an Easter Bible journal? And this is where I get a lot of smudging off my block. So I could do with maybe putting this stamp on a smaller block, which is try and stamp carefully. That's why it still helps to have the piercing mat underneath to give you that stability. Oh, sorry, totally not in the picture there, sorry. And then I'm going to create a bit of a, that's going to be a little bit tricky doing that, isn't it? Let's have a think. My brain isn't processing. My brain is trying to compute. Okay, we'll do that, I think. Do you know what? I'm going to carry on this design a bit because I don't. There we go. Thanks, Vicky. Sorry, I didn't realise. Sometimes you get caught up in the moment and you forget to look at your screen. So I think once you've prepared your page, I'll just turn this over so you can see. If you've prepared it properly, you won't have any seepage from the ink. When you come to write on it, it's very different because it has got a bit of a tooth on it. Like I said, it's a sort of bumpy, grainy surface. And sometimes you lose the depth of colour because of the type of surface it is, so just bear that in mind. Hi, good to see you. Come on in. Nice to see you, Elizabeth. Hi, Glenna. Hi, Lane. Hi, Cindy. I think it took a little while to flag up, didn't it? If you've got any ideas or anything you'd want me to see journaling in my Bible, then if you've got any suggestions, let me know. Like I said, if you are if you've got Stampin' Up products, and if you're interested in Bible journaling, I've just started a Facebook group today, literally today. It's a new baby group, so feel free to come and join. It's Vicky, if you could type that in, that'd be great. It's Bible journal. That's what you need to search for. Just want to continue off the page a bit more here. That's it. And I might be so bold as to do some splattering with the Stampin' Blend again. A bit more in this one. Yeah, good. So again, amazingly, it's protected it on the other side. Okay, I think that will do for the stamping. And then somewhere around here, I had a journaling pen used. And it's disappeared out of the box. So where have I put it? I had a special archival pen, which I can't find this second. So, do you think I could use my Sharpie? Let's write the date on it, 29th. 3rd, 22. Very wobbly letters. Okay. So the verse says, I am the resurrection. So the context is Lazarus's death. Okay, so this man Lazarus, who was a good friend of Jesus, has died, and Lazarus has two sisters, Mary and Martha, and Jesus is comforting Martha and Mary, and Jesus says to her, your brother will rise again. And Martha answered, I know he will rise again in the resurrection at the last day. And Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live, even though they die. And whoever lives by believing in me will never die. Do you believe this? Yes, Lord, she replied. I believe that you are the Messiah, the Son of God, who has come into the world. So I thought I've got the word believe here. I wondered if I could write it on top, but I can't see it very well. So it's going to be a bit tricky. So we'll just do what we can. I'm going to get a pencil. See if I can roughly sketch out the letters in a bit of a we're going to go for it. See, that's the thing with Bible journaling, you know, I just think you've got to just go for it. Don't hold back. So here goes. I'm going to use my Sharpie because I can't find my other pen. So how do they do that? That's joined up to there. They've actually looped around here. That's not bad. Oh, Ellie's ordered a Bible. Great. Oh, I missed it. I'll have to go back later. I'm watching between getting ready for my husband's birthday supper. Oh, Lisa. Don't worry, it'll be up on the replay. So I'm using a Sharpie, and I hope this will be all right. And I'll have to try and hunt down my pen. So in the book, this bit here is thicker. This bit here, not this bit, but this bit. I can feel my pen going through the paper at any minute, but I'm going to just keep going. The gesso is amazing, actually, how strong it does make it. I've got gesso on my thumb as well. And then, so I'm just copying this out of a book, which is very helpful. And it's a nice word to write. Some of the words are a bit more tricky to write when you're doing loop the loop writing, as I call it. And then this bit of the V is thicker. I think my poor Sharpie's given up. I don't blame you, really, because I'm trying to make you work hard. And it's trying to go over existing ink. There we go. The Stampin' Up markers would be perfect for this. Now, I do have one, but this one is a very old one. So I could probably do with getting myself some more. Maybe I should do that. Save up for some Stampin' Up markers, because this is practically gone. So there we go. Okay, what happens is you do get smudges because I haven't let the ink dry. But do you know what? Again, that just kind of adds to the personality of the page. I just think, you know, it's got my imprint on there. It's fine. So then I like to also do the wording first that I want to concentrate on. So for this, I'll get out my watercolour pencils, which were here earlier. And I think we'll go red. So we are going to highlight the verse. Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live, even though he die. So he's talking about eternal life through believing in Jesus. And whoever lives by believing in me will never die. Do you believe this? It's challenging Martha. Now, the other thing that we can use in our Bible journals is blender pens. Where did I put those? Guess what I've just found? The pen I was looking for. I knew that would happen. Hi, Amanda. Lovely to see you. So now I can probably go back over. So this pen is by EK Tools. I know Stampin' Up used to do an archival pen. I don't know if they still do one. But I'm trying to push against whatever's there already, which probably doesn't help. So with the blender pen, you can use it with watercolour pencils, and it just helps to give it soften the colour without adding water, basically, because it's got like a clear liquid in it. Actually, I should have done this bit as well. Like I said, once you've got that gesso down, it is quite forgiving. It's amazing what you can do. Oh, thank you, Amanda. Yeah, it just helps to focus on the words that you've just been concentrating on. I like that. I'm going to leave it as it is. And then what I will do, so if you've just missed, I've just done a video on a bigger 12 by 12 cross that I've stamped. So this is using some of the same stamps from that. So that's a doodle I did. And then in the back of my Bible, I like to put the date. God, I thought I did another one in January. I'm sure I did another one. What does that say? Jeremiah. No, Nehemiah. Nehemiah, where have you disappeared to, Nehemiah? Nehemiah has disappeared out of my Bible. There it is. Oh yeah, that one. Cool. Was that December? I've not written the date on that one. I honestly thought I'd done one this year. It's really bad, isn't it? So, anyway, today, 29th, 03/22. So I like to write the page number, which is 1219, and then the Bible verse, John chapter 11, 25 to 27. And the theme I'm going to put as believe. So then I've got a record of the ones I've done. I mean, it's quite funny because when you see how many you've done, when you actually come to flick through your Bible, you're like, well, where are they? I've done more than that. So there we go. It's quite nice to flick through and to see the ones that you've done in the past. Thank you so much for joining me for this slightly different live. Sometimes it is easier to do it live rather than a pre-recorded because it means I get on and do it. But that's worked out quite well using that book, which is called Lettering for the Lord, and it's a really nice book for practicing and for using in your Bible journal. And thank you very much. Nice to see you. Thank you for those joining me for round 2, and hello to any newbies watching. If you have got Stampin' Up products and you're interested in Bible journaling, then feel free to join my new group over on Facebook, which is called Bible Journal with Stampin' Up products. Are you going to write the date on the page? I have already, yes, I've done that. So thank you so much, and God bless, take care, and do be in touch if you've got any ideas of maybe future journals you want to see, or any topics or ideas that you may have. Thank you, Vicky, for being admin and helping me out. Lovely to see you all. I did it without you seeing. I think it was probably when I was off screen by accident. So take care. Lots of love. Until next time, I'll be back on your screens, all being well, next Tuesday, same time, 9 o'clock, like an hour earlier, basically 1 p.m. All right, take care, everyone. Thank you so much. Lovely to see you. Take care. Amanda, lovely to see you, especially because I know you can't always make the lives. So nice to see you. Night all, night Glenda and Lisa. Thank you, Vicky, Ellie, and anyone else who's on here that I might have not missed. Bye, Lisa. Take care.